Jumping right into this foundation first impression. As you can see right now, I have absolutely nothing on my face, and we're nice and zoomed in, so you guys are going to be able to see the foundation and how it applies to my skin. I will be using a beauty blender as well as a brush to see which way I personally prefer it. I'm just going to apply a little bit of moisturizer to my skin. I'm not going to be applying a primer or anything like that because this product says it wears long and it also has some pore refining properties to it. And typically, you guys know I always use a primer for prolonging my foundation, and I also use a pore filling one. So this says it should do both, so we're not going to use a primer whatsoever. We are starting this review at 9:30, as you can see right there, and I'm super excited to be trying this out. I've heard really good things. The only thing that scares me is that this could oxidize. I have the shade 21, and I hope it's a good match. It's kind of hard picking out online, especially when people say it does oxidize. So I have a feeling this is my match, but we shall see. So here is the packaging right here. Mine has a sticker on it. I haven't seen anyone else's with this sticker. Someone on Snapchat told me they had one on theirs as well. I'm thinking it might be a Canadian thing. Not too sure, but I wish it wasn't on there. It kind of bothers me straight off the bat. I know it's just packaging, but it's Dior. It should be printed on it. You shouldn't have to slap a sticker on the bottle. Just gonna put a little bit of lip balm. Shake her up. We're gonna start off with one pump on my hand. So I'm going to start off just by dotting this on my face. And we'll see how the Beauty Blender works. It does have quite a fragrance to it. Feel that little bit I put on looks really nice and natural. However, I'm going to try it with a brush on the other side to just see how that works. Brush definitely applies more coverage. I find the product goes a lot further. The Beauty Blender did eat up a bit of the foundation, just an FYI. Just by looking at it, I probably actually use a brush with this foundation just because the consistency and formula, the Beauty Blender just tends to eat that kind of formula up a little bit more than others. And my favorite foundation brush is this Makeup Geek Face Buffer brush. It's not too dense, but it has the flexibility and enough density just to really buff in foundation. So this is my favorite one. So I'm just going to even out both sides of my face now. I really actually like how it looks on the skin. I did 2 light layers to build up the coverage to see if it was buildable, and this has a really good coverage for me, so I'm actually quite impressed. So far the color is actually pretty good too. The skin looks super smooth. I need to get a mirror to get close up for this. Right now I absolutely love how it looks. I do feel like it's kind of made my skin look a little bit smoother. I do still see a few of my larger pores on my cheeks, so I don't think it fully corrected that, but it is sitting quite nicely. The color is nice. If it oxidizes any more, it's definitely have to be my summer foundation, which is okay because we're going into summer. So this is how the foundation looks when you first apply it. So far I'm actually really liking it. So I'm going to go ahead, finish off the rest of my face, come back, see if it oxidized anymore, and then I'm just going to do my regular check-ins. I will do a flash test once I'm done my full face, because this does have an SPF of 35, which is awesome, but that could potentially produce flashback in a photo, so we will test that when I come back. Hey guys, I am back. I just finished off my face, and I'm actually doing another first impression right now as I'm doing my foundation one on something else on my face, so you'll see that soon. And I don't think it oxidized that much more than what you saw on camera. It did do it slightly, so I do feel like this is my self-tan foundation, and that's shade 21 Linen, if you guys forgot. And I'm going to be doing a flash test now to see if there's any flashback for this foundation, because it does have an SPF of 35, which is so awesome, but that can have some flashback. So where is my camera? Upon looking at my photos, there's actually absolutely no flashback, which is awesome. Because I love a foundation with SPF, but a lot of the times if it has SPF in it, then you get flashback. But this, there is none, surprisingly, and I thought there was going to be quite a bit. But my skin looks exactly the same as my body, so that is A+. Right now it looks phenomenal on the skin for me. I'm absolutely loving how it looks. The only thing I didn't like, it did oxidize slightly. I thought it was going to oxidize much more than what it did because of all the reviews I was reading was just like it oxidized like crazy. I'm going to continue on my day. I'm going to check in periodically just to see if it has changed at all. And if it holds up, then definitely going to be a winner in my books because I absolutely love how it looks right now. I think it's sitting really well on the skin, and it did settle down to more of a matte, semi-matte finish. However, now that it's been on my skin for a little bit, I feel like it's actually kind of radiant. I don't know, it looks really good. I think it's meshing really well with my skin, and I do tend to have dry skin. Right now it's pretty normal. I wouldn't say it's dry, so it's working out pretty good. That being said, I'm going to come back in a couple hours, check in with you guys. I might be checking in on my vlog camera if I am out doing something, but I will definitely check in 2 hours. So this is how it looks right now. Thinking it looks pretty good myself, so I will see you in a couple.
All because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies. Only you can make me so alive.
Hey guys, so I am back. I haven't touched up my face at all. It's been 10 hours since I first applied the foundation, and I have to say I absolutely love it. It held up really well for me. It looks pretty much exactly the same. I am slightly shiny, I feel, in my T-zone, but it doesn't look bad because my skin is normal to dry, so I actually like how it looks a little bit luminous on my personal skin, so I wouldn't even need to touch up, I don't feel. I was looking on Sephora to see the claims, and it says it's a 16-hour wear foundation, so it definitely would last your workday if you wanted to use this. I honestly don't have any real complaints about it other than the fragrance. I wish that they didn't have added fragrance in it. Just personal preference for me. Not that it smells bad, I just would rather it not have that in there. And obviously the price. It is pretty pricey. But when I was thinking about it earlier today and how much I was liking it, typically I do take other steps, like a primer, a pore filling primer, and all those extra steps prior to foundation. And this one, if I don't have to do those steps, honestly for me personally, I probably would be saving money buying that Dior foundation. Even though it is pricier, if I don't have to use all those steps I typically take, then it's definitely worth it for me and saves me some time to boot. So I absolutely love it. Definitely recommend checking it out. If you did see those clips, there was that slight oxidization that I did feel happened. I think it was around 4 to 6 hour mark. I will know once I check my footage. I have timestamps in those, so I'll let you know where exactly I felt it did oxidize slightly on me, because I didn't feel it was bad to begin with, but after several hours of wear I did notice probably a whole shade difference for oxidization. So if that's a deal breaker for you, just know that it does do that. So I feel like this shade specifically, Linen, is good for probably an NC 35, I would say. And it'd be slightly too dark when I'm NC 30. I could definitely get away with it when I'm an NC 40. So it is my self-tan shade. That's all I have to say about it. I absolutely love it. 100% recommend it. I think it's beautiful on the skin. And if I don't have to take extra steps and it looks this good on my skin, then I'm definitely going to continue to wear it and play around, see how it works. I have sensitive skin. The fragrance did not irritate my skin. I can always tell if something's going to irritate my skin right away. Had zero irritation, and you guys know I do have sensitive skin. So that is everything for this foundation first impression. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. let me know what foundation you want to see next in the comment section below, and I'll definitely check that out for you guys. And that's it. So I will see you all in my next video.